Good afternoon, learners. I'm John B. Bozy. We are back again, and these are our learning objectives. Applying subtraction formula, applying a division formula, applying a multiplication formula, applying the average formula, applying roundup formula, applying the if formula. Today we are going to be looking at applying the subtraction formula. To start with, we've already taught you how to make formulas or how to write or create formulas in Excel. So these are sample formulas, subtraction formulas. But these formulas are live formulas that applies to this work that we have on the screen. So to begin with, we say subtraction formulas. Whenever you want to type a formula, you must begin with an equal sign. That's the golden rule of Excel formula. So these are the three formulas, samples of subtraction. We have the minus, star, which is this, with the bracket open, and the sum. We also have the naked formula, meaning it's just straightforward, equal B26 minus C26 equal B27 minus C27, as compared to equal sum, parenthesis open, B25 minus C25, parenthesis closes. So let's see how we can type this subtraction example from our work exercise. Click in cell A23 and begin to type Nash Travel Agency and data. I hope you have already opened your Excel blank screen or file so that we can begin our work. If you have not done that, while I am talking, I have taught you how to open a blank Excel screen. So I hope you are there. Let's go. At the opening of your Excel screen, click, as we are commanded, click in A23. A23. This is where we refer to as A23. Click there. If you have clicked there, then begin to type what you see here. Type all the way across. After typing, hit your enter key, and you will be in what? A24, or better still, click in A24. Type of travel. Click in B24. Type Europe. Click in C24. Type Africa. Click in D24. Type difference. You are to type all of these as you see in the various cells or columns. Upon typing that, we will calculate the difference. What do we mean by difference? It simply means the subtracted portion or the response between two numbers that you subtract from one another, which is referred to as the difference. So if you have Europe, you have travel, you have air travel, land travel, and sea travel. Between these two continents, we are going to find the difference. So we will be subtracting this number from this number. As you can see, this number is less than this. This is also less than this. This is less than this. So let's see how we're going to do that. After typing the data, to calculate the difference, click in D25. Where is D25? Here is D25 under difference. The first cell directly under difference. You click there and you will be in D25. If you are there, then it says, and apply one of the three formulas above on each continent. Meaning the three formulas here, we are going to use them on these three travels. We'll take the first one. We begin now. Equal sum, parenthesis open, B25 minus C25, parenthesis closes. Do not enter. After you shall have typed that, do not enter. I want to explain to you what these places are. We said equal sum, parenthesis open, B25. Where is B25? B25. That is a figure here. But you're not going to write figure. We are writing the location, the address, where this number is situated. It is situated in B25. As soon as you type B25, you will see some kind of borderline will come around it. Some kind of borderline will come around it. Some kind of blinking border will come around it. So when you have typed that, you strike the minus sign or the minus key. Then you type the other one, C25, which is this location. This location is C25. C25, representing this figure here. When you have typed that, parenthesis closes. When you type your parenthesis closes, you strike the enter key. Definitely a figure will come there. If there's an error, I will teach you how to solve the errors. But for now, try not to make any error. Next, you type the second one in the second space, the third one in the third space. So we'll move forward. Any mistake, we'll come back to it later. But try, follow the process, and we'll get along. Apply the division formula. Likewise, just with our previous slide, now we're going to go division formula. Division formula has only one star, and it says equal cell reference divided by what? Another cell reference. So we're going to take that. Again, our instruction says click in A43. A43. This time around, you are going to type the addresses. Type this address. From there, you type the type of travels, including the data, all of this. If you have done that you will do it by yourself, but now receive the instruction. So we say to calculate the quotient. Division, when you do division, you get what? Quotient. So click in D45. This is D45. Honor fish receive is D45. And apply the above formula on each travel. So we click there and we apply this formula. We begin to type E equal C45. This is C45, the 300, divided by B45, which is the 13. And then when you strike it, you'll get a response. We came here first before going here because it's obvious that when you divide, according to what it's saying here, when you divide this by this, when you divide B by C, you get decimal number because this number is higher than this. So rather, you have one number of staff. You cannot divide number of staff and say you divide it into a can of fish. Rather, you divide can of fish into what? The number of staff. So that's why you see the C came before the B. So then, when you do that, apply this formula 3 times in these 3 empty spaces, and we are done. We'll move on to the next. Apply multiplication formula. Multiplication formula has 3 styles. We have the asterisk star, the command star, and the column star. As you can see, this is the asterisk, this is the command, and this is what? The column. It's just the reverse of what? Addition. But let's consider it now to be what? Multiplication. We still have the same kind of structure of data, the same address. So we say we're going to apply each of these formulas in the travel sales. Travel sales. We're going to apply it here, but we have to type this information or data first before we find this travel sales. So click in cell A32 and begin to type the address and the data. A32. You type that. Next, you type until you are done. To do the calculation, we say to calculate the product of each travel, click in D34. This is D34. D34. And apply one of the 3 formulas, or each of the 3 formulas above on each travel. So these 3 formulas, you're going to take one and apply it to each. One and apply it to each. If that is done, we'll move to our next slide. And the next slide is applying average formula. To find average, there are 4 styles. We have the command star, another command star, the plus star, and the column star. To use the first command star, you must type equal average. Parenthesis open, the cell reference, command, the file reference, and parenthesis closes. To use the second command star, you no longer type average. You type what? Sum. Parenthesis open, cell reference, command, cell reference, parenthesis closes, divided, the division sign, by 2. And it's going to give you your response. The next is what? Using the same sum, but then you're going to use what? Plus. So we say equal sum, parenthesis open, B57 plus C57, parenthesis closes, divided by 2. That's the last one. The same sum formula. Equal sum, parenthesis open, B58 to C58, parenthesis closes, divided by 2. So you see, they look alike, but there are little differences. The command star, the plus star, and the column star. These 2 command stars have to start with average or sum. So we're going to be using these 4 formulas. Other 3 of them we're going to use because there are only 3 spaces we have to find. So we'll say click in A53, that is A53, and then you type your data, you type your community school name and your data. After that, we begin with the calculation. To calculate the average, click in D56. This is D56 on an average. and apply one of the three formulas above on each student. So we're going to use three of the, out of the four, we are going to use three. Take any one of your choice, but I'm going to start with the first one. So we apply that, the average equal average star. Next will be equal sum, but command star. The last one will be equal sum, the plus star. So other of the styles you can use. We'll move on to our next slide. Applying the round-up formula. As you well know, in dealing with figures or grades, sometimes you round up. So there are four round-up styles. To start with, this is one. Round up, round and not up. Round, do not put up there, do not add the up. It is round up, but in the formula you write only round. Round, parenthesis open, not forgetting your equal sign, parenthesis open, B65, comma 0, parenthesis closes. So it is one formula, but we're going to apply it to the four places. That's why it is being repeated. But the cell references are to change. As you know, there are different students here, and they are all going by the different references. So when you have done that, click in B64 and begin to type. That is the beginning of your grade sheet, student name, first period, and round up. So that's A54 actually, sorry. Click in, oh no, sorry, yes, it's, sorry, let's just go over that. Click in cell B64. I'm sorry, just take note of that. I'll take note of that. Instead of B64 is actually A64. You're going to do the student name, as you can see, so just consider that to be A64. So we are actually clicking in A64 and put the heading. From there, to round up each grade, click in C65. This one is correct, C65, and then apply each of these formulas as 65, 66, 67, 68, 65, 66, 67, 68, and they are. Upon that, you get your response. The last, which is the if formula. If is a condition. Conditional statements are followed by the word if. And in creating formulas or writing formulas that has to do with condition, you must begin with the if. What are some conditions? Let's look at student passing or failing, or the course passing or failing. In the calculation of grades or evaluation of pass and fail, you must use the if formula. So these are two conditions of the if formula. As you can see, it says equal if, parenthesis open, B77 greater than equals to 70. If that is so, then this command means then pass or fail, parenthesis closes. Take note of these little quotations. They are very important. The next formula says if equal if B78 greater than also 69, then quotation pass, quotation closes, then or fail. The difference between these two One is the cell reference. Two, this one says greater than equals to. This one says greater than only or greater than only. This statement means greater than equals to means if it is greater than 70, then you pass. If it is also equal to 70, you pass. But if it is less than, then you fail. That's what this statement here means. This other statement here means the one that says greater than only. There's no only there. I'm only saying greater than only because it has only what? Greater than. It does not have equals to. It says only what? Greater than. So this statement here is saying you pass if only is greater than 69. Other than that, you fail. So were we to apply either of these in our evaluation, you will see that 62 will be failed. We have failed in the evaluation. The others will have passed. So let's start. To evaluate each student, click in C77 and apply one of the two formulas above and on each student to evaluate student if pass or fail. So we click in C77. This is C77. We click there and we apply the first one. Equal if parenthesis open B77 greater than equals to 70, comma, and then quotation, a double quote, pass, quotation again. To close the quotation, open, you must close. Anytime you open a quotation, you must close it. Comma representing then, quotation open, fail, quotation closes, and then parenthesis closes. Enter, it will give you an evaluation. Take the next one and apply it there, and you are done. Or you take two each, 2 for the first formula, the second 2 for the second formula. So this ends our slide for today. Bye.